The CEO eagerly prepares a birthday banquet for his mother. Unexpectedly, his wife storms home, accompanied by her old flame. Without a word, she throws down a divorce agreement, demanding his signature. The CEO says his mother has a weak heart. He tells his wife to discuss matters later, for his mother's sake, but she presses aggressively, leaving no room for delay. Determined, she insists on divorcing him for her old flame. "I'm divorcing you. It has nothing to do with Yi-chan." The CEO is no fool. He's perfectly capable of seeing for himself. His mother-in-law joins in, cheering them on. Their family is about to reach the peak of success, and they despise the CEO as a deadweight holding them back. Even the brother-in-law believes that if not for the CEO's interference 10 years ago, his sister wouldn't have married him. He's convinced only the old flame and his sister are meant to be. The CEO never expected his decade of effort to be seen as a burden, so he decides to let them go. Resolutely, he signs the divorce papers. When his mother and daughter arrive, the child curiously wonders what they're discussing. "Thank you, your parents are talking about getting a divorce." After being stirred up by the schemer, the mother immediately suffers a heart attack. The wife, seeing this, doesn't back down. She boldly admits she's already divorced the CEO. He instantly becomes deeply worried. He shoots his wife a fierce glare. He wishes he could tear this scoundrel apart on the spot. Little do they realize their actions today are destroying everything the CEO brought them. It turns out the CEO is a top figure in Haicheng's Gu Group. He concealed his identity for years to marry his wife, silently supporting her all along. He made her who she is today. Yet this family is blind and heartless, so the CEO prepares to settle scores with them. Even his assistant knows that if the CEO pulls funding, his wife's company will face bankruptcy. They worry because she is the CEO's wife, but the CEO has long made up his mind. "I'm determined to bankrupt Su Ruobi." The CEO signs the papers decisively. "Su Ruobi, since your family thinks you've changed for the better, I'll take back everything." The CEO then heads downstairs. There, he runs into the daughter of a close friend, the heiress of the Ling family. She learns the CEO is divorced. "So you're divorced now. That means I have another chance." A chance. Little do they know, years ago, the girl's parents were framed. Just as she was about to suffer the same fate, the CEO arrived with help in time. She was saved from disaster. Since then, she's admired the CEO. Now, with this opportunity before her, she naturally won't let it slip away. But as they arrive at the hospital, the wife and the old flame, pretending to visit the mother, catch them. "Wu Fan, who is this woman?" "Su Ruobi, we're already divorced. I have no obligation to lend you anything." The girl quickly seizes the chance to stake her claim. The schemer's eyes gleam with cunning. He doesn't forget to sow discord between the CEO and his wife. He claims the CEO is deliberately putting on a show with someone else, all to make the wife regret. "I know our divorce hit you hard, but your desperate defense of fragile pride only makes me despise you more." So, under the old flame's influence, the wife grows more arrogant and lost. The CEO, tired of them, tries to leave, but the wife informs him he'll have custody of their child. He's allowed only 2 hours of visitation per week. The CEO refuses to leave his daughter with them. "Letting the schemer bully you? Enough already. I'll say it again. My divorce has nothing to do with Yi-chan." So that's how it is. The reason the woman wants to divorce the CEO is because she despises him for holding onto the family fortune. He's unambitious, only focused on being a housewife. To force the CEO to give up, she even bets directly with him. 1 year later, whoever has more assets will get custody of the child. The CEO almost bursts out laughing. Such a clueless woman is truly pitiful. The girl is thrilled, quickly thanking him for sparing her from marriage. A woman with a brain like a kicked mule. The schemer, just a whisper in her ear, and it goes in one ear and out the other. She immediately believes it. She thinks the CEO is stalling on purpose, believing he's using the child as an excuse to reconcile. Don't you dare soften your heart. That's the least of it. As expected, he still can't let me go. Upon learning the woman wants a divorce, the tech director at the wife's company hands in resignation with his team. The wife doesn't know about their divorce. She wonders why they are quitting. "I was hired by CEO Gu." "CEO Gu, I'm right here." Little do they know, years ago, the CEO worked hard to recruit old Zhao. He went to great lengths to win his favor. It took 3 attempts to move him, and offered terms that satisfied old Zhao. Realizing old Zhao was determined to leave, the schemer immediately jumped up to confront him. He threatened to double their salaries if they returned to work. He looked like a complete clown. Old Zhao refused to waste time on such a buffoon. Leaving his resignation, he walked away without looking back. Unexpectedly, no sooner had he left, the schemer pinned the blame on the CEO. Shows it's just another tactic for them to win him back. They coaxed the woman like she was a naive fool, and that shameless vampire-like brother-in-law even went straight to the CEO. "If that doesn't work, I'll tell him about you being involved with another woman. Then you have to agree to my demands." He immediately demanded arrangements for foreign exchange students. Every office must have a maid assigned, and he must get a monthly living allowance of 1 million. He forbade CEO Su from telling him anything, fearing he wouldn't dare to. "You're too lazy to even bother." Got in the car and just left. "Kid, remember, when mom's away, there's no one around." Soon after, the girl set up a new office for the CEO. Just as they were worried about the lack of staff, old Zhao and his brothers rushed over. That's when they learned the truth about the wife company. So the CEO decided to start a new company to continue developing the projects the wife's company was working on. Old Zhao would also keep managing the driving system project. On the technical side, they aimed to create better products than the wife's company to beat them. Afterwards, the CEO learned from the girl that this smart driving AI project was prepared by Haicheng's new richest man, Li Shanue, for his upcoming new energy vehicle launch. Without strong connections it would be impossible to secure this project. Hearing this, the CEO immediately felt confident. Because the Li Shanue the girl mentioned was the same person he saved years ago in a bar, a top student working part-time to pay tuition. Because of that, the CEO even sponsored him with 70,000 yuan, citing his grades. He gave him 70,000 yuan in financial aid. Meanwhile, the brother-in-law, unable to benefit, went to complain to his sister again. Not knowing the wife knew the CEO very well, because all these years she had been cleaning up after her brother. She heard from her brother that the CEO got into a woman's car. Recalling what she saw at the hospital, she immediately thought it wasn't an act. But then, the CEO had been faithful all these years, not even uttering a word to another woman. She confidently believed he wouldn't be with another woman right after the divorce. Just then, the schemer showed up beside them, claiming he booked a private room to celebrate the divorce for the woman. Unexpectedly, upon arriving at the bar, he ran into the CEO and the girl. Seeing this, the woman recalled how the CEO changed after his wife's pregnancy. For the health of the child and his wife, he gave up all his bad habits. Now seeing him come to the bar for another woman, he immediately felt upset again. Gu Fan, I won't allow you to drink with other women. Come back and sit down right now. Don't forget, we are already divorced. You didn't go fight a revolution. The girl immediately mocked you proudly. The schemer took the chance to stir things up again, claiming he had already checked the girl's identity. She was the heiress of the Lin Group, provoking the woman. The CEO must have emptied his fortune to hire her to help with this act. So you mean he's doing this just to make me regret it? Sure enough, under the schemer's provocation, the woman started acting self-righteous again, believing the CEO truly couldn't let go of her. Seeing this, the schemer quickly added another jab, saying the CEO was just a stepping stone on his path to success. We are divorced now. No matter what Gu Fan does, I will never turn back. When they arrived at the private room, friends raised their glasses to celebrate the woman's divorce. Freedom from misery. Gu Fan and I had an amicable divorce. We parted on good terms. These 10 years with him weren't all that bitter. At that moment, a young man behind took a liking to the woman. He stepped forward to strike up a conversation. The schemer, wanting to play hero, stepped in. Without a word, he slapped the guy. When the guy retaliated, he even called for backup from his friends. Yi Chen, will be waiting for you here today. Little did he know, he had met his match. Turning around, the big boss behind the guy stepped forward. I suggest you leave quickly. I'll beat you up too. The woman quickly stopped the schemer. But he replied, even if the god himself came, I'd still protect them. Sigh, let me see who's brave enough to interfere. It turned out to be Haicheng's new richest man, Li Shanue. The schemer, like a scared turtle, got beaten up and shoved the woman forward, asking her to save him. When she tried to back him up, the tycoon gave an ultimatum. Choose either the people or cancel the billion yuan project. The schemer quickly shifted suspicion onto the CEO, pretending to volunteer himself to spare the woman from sacrificing her dreams. Then he told the tycoon he was provoked by others, pointing toward the CEO. The tycoon recognized the CEO's silhouette instantly. As the thugs surrounded the CEO, the schemer hurriedly dragged the woman away in shame. Meanwhile, the CEO and the girl relaxed, teasing and enjoying themselves. Even I forgot, are you really going to make a move on me? Seeing the down payment, the tycoon realized the CEO was his benefactor and quickly thanked him for past help. Meanwhile, the CEO was inside dealing with the deposit. Others outside were thinking about going back to rescue him, but the schemer interrupted and took control again. Even the friends knew about the money. Schemer hurriedly admitted his mistake to the woman. Then he wanted to kowtow and apologize properly. He should take responsibility. Without hesitation, he ran inside. The woman anxiously stopped him. Look, isn't that Gu Fan? No way.